What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Brawl Project. Today we're going to be taking a look at a mono-red Brawl deck. I know I say that red is just not very good in Brawl, and I think that's true. I don't know if this deck is great, but we're trying to do something really sweet. Our commander is Purphoros Bronze-Blooded. It's a 5-cost 7/6 god, which means that it's not a creature unless your devotion to red is 5 or greater. It's a legendary creature, legendary enchantment creature. So it's basically just an enchantment as long as it's on the field until you have 5 red mana symbols among permanents you control. Then it becomes a creature. It's a 7/6. Other creatures you control have haste and has the sneak attack ability, pseudo sneak attack. 2 in red, you may put a red creature or an artifact creature from your hand onto the battlefield, sacrifice it at the end of the next end step. So this is pretty similar to not Ox of Anagnos, where is it? Ilharg. This is a commander that I've played with in the past, but it's got some advantages going on. First of all, it gives everything else haste, so you can just play this and then play a 6-drop and attack immediately. It also is indestructible, which means that, it sticks on the battlefield more often. Sometimes when you're playing Ilharg, it just gets removed, and then you're just not doing anything. So it has that advantage to it. The problem is that when you use the ability and put in a creature, that creature does get sacrificed at the next end step. So you have to make sure that your activations count. And what's worse is if you, for example, put in 2 creatures with Purphoros' ability, and you go to your attack step, Purphoros is a creature, and they remove Purphoros, they don't have haste anymore, and they are still going to be sacrificed. So there's definitely a really big risk in playing with this. But we're gonna try and make it happen. Alright, so what we're obviously playing a deck that has a lot of weaknesses. We're playing mono red, that's a weakness in itself. What is the payoff? Well, the payoff is to hit Terror of Mount Velas. It's a 5/5 flying double strike. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you gain control double strike until end of turn, and we want to hit something big to go along with it, something like Drakuseth. If we just attack with Terror of Mount Velas plus Drakuseth, well, that is 26 damage, I believe? No, 28. 5 plus 7 is 12. That's doubled, and then Drakuseth hits for 4 more with its attack trigger. So that is a lot of damage. That kills someone in one shot, hence the Purphoros OTK. I think it's pretty hard to get the one-shot kill. Like, if our opponent has any blockers, Purphoros, for example, doesn't have any trample or other evasion, and most of our creatures, while they're big, don't have trample except for Ilharg. So we're either flying in the air or we're attacking on the ground and hoping that that's good enough. Okay, so this is not your typical Torbran aggressive red Brawl deck. So we don't have a ton of early plays. We mostly just have removal, mana ramp in the form of artifacts, and a few cards like Thrill of Possibility. But yeah, these are all removal cards. Flame Sweep and Storm's Wrath we're even playing the red sweepers, which are really embarrassing, but it's all to keep us alive for more expensive stuff. We don't even have any threatening permanents that cost less than 3. We only have Bone Crusher Giant, and then everything costs 4 or more. We only have 2 that cost 4 even. So we're really stacked up here on the really expensive stuff. We've got, in addition to just all the creatures that we have, Dragon Mage, which refuels your hand if you're able to hit your opponent with it. Drakuseth. Meteor Golem has the nice enter the battlefield effect. In addition to all that, we've got Mirror March, which can copy our creatures. It doesn't work too well on legendary creatures, which we have a fair amount of, but I can imagine something like Ox of Anagnos working pretty well, or like, a Terror of Mount Velas would work pretty well with Mirror March. I'm not sure about it. I haven't played with Mirror March that much, so I don't know what really works with it, but it seems like we're playing a lot of really big creatures. This would be a good opportunity for it. God Pharaoh's statue doesn't really have a lot of synergy with the rest of the deck, but I figure we're ramping pretty hard, and this is pretty good at slowing people down. Ugin and Chandra, which are there to act as ways of getting rid of problematic permanents. Chandra also doubles as a pretty reasonable threat. And that's the deck. We're going to try to stay alive and then activate Purphoros and put something really big into play. That's the plan. What is our mana base? Well, we're playing 22 mountains, so we got Castle Embereth and Dwarven Mine. Those seems pretty free. Then we've got a few colorless lands: Cryptic Caves, Field of Ruin, Labyrinth of Scophos, Mobilized District. Maybe Field of Lotus Field is a reasonable option, or Fabled Passage to help with the escape on Ox of Agonis. But I don't know. If those come into play tapped on a turn where I really don't want things to come into play tapped, it's going to feel really bad. So we're just going with a really basic mana base. Alright, well that's the deck. Before we get on to some games, just remember, if you are not already subscribed to the channel, and if you like the video, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That does help me out. This is day 6 of doing a week straight of making a Brawl video every day. So check out the other 5. They're just previously in the playlist of the Brawl Project playlist that I have going on. And yeah, that's about it. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/sunnyman. Okay, let's get on to some games. Alright, we're up against Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord, which gives all creatures lifelink. So, OTKing them may be difficult. This is a pretty good hand. I really like Skargan Hellkite against a Planeswalker, because it has haste. Hopefully we can play it on turn 4 with the Altar of the Pantheon. Right. Probably just going to get rid of that one. I guess they're doing some sort of life gain thing. This gains life upon playing, so they probably have like the Johnny going on, and oh, they're just going to pass? Alright, I'll play Omen of Fortune. Clear this off. So my guess is that they probably have like a Johnny, Heliod, that type of thing going on. Altar of the Pantheon. Maybe I should have played the Mobilized District, but I think the chances that I'm actually going to play Mobilized District are extremely slim. Alright, so if they play Sorin and tick up, we'll knock Sorin down to... Well, we could knock Sorin down to... But I think it's better to just play Purphoros. But if Purphoros dies, then that's pretty embarrassing. Alright, let's think. What do I want to do here? I actually don't mind playing Purphoros. I can't kill Sorin. Sorin's not really threatening anything right now. It can return a Mire Triton, but I don't think that's too impactful. Plus Purphoros is going to be a creature next turn. Elspeth Conquers Death, huh? That's pretty good. Okay. Yep, back to the command zone. If they minus here with Sorin, okay, I thought it was pretty unlikely. Alright. Bag of Holding works really well with Neheb, but I think I want to just play the Ilhark first. I might regret this Sorin being way up here. Like, if they play something like... If they somehow discard... something and are able to... discard the big demon, the 8/8. That'd be pretty bad. I don't really have any way of dealing with big stuff. Ooh, that's pretty bad for me. And I can't Reckless Airstrike because of the Elspeth Conquers Death. I think they should have brought back the Mire Triton, because then they can make me sacrifice Ilharg. But that's fine, I suppose. Sure, I'll keep it close. There's land. I'm just gonna replay Purphoros. They can only have so many answers for it, right? We'll bring back Rankle or something. 6, 7 mana. Sorin on 10. This Pridemate's going to be pretty big. But we get to have Neheb out, or we get to have Hellkite out, so that's good. Again, no, we don't have any evasion. Okay, so how much mana do we have? We've got 7 here plus 1 here, so 8. We can play Hellkite, but can't really do much with it. We can play Neheb and attack. We could airstrike the Seraph of Scales. That's not that exciting. They're tapped out of this. I can attack down Soren, but geez, I am taking a lot of damage here. I can't let this go on forever. I do get to attack with Purphoros as well. Maybe I just attack with Purphoros. Maybe I can't even attack with Purphoros. Oh, this is really awkward. Alright, so let's make this big enough to be able to block. And I guess we'll attack Soren. I guess this is huge too. Yeah, I just don't think I can. Wait, as long as it's your turn. Okay, so this actually still gets blocked, but I think I have to block the Rankle. I have to hope that somehow my opponent just doesn't have a way of getting through Skargan Hellkite, which just seems incredibly unlikely. Okay. Judging by that play, it seems like they might not have a way of getting through it. So then what do I do? They're probably going to bring back the Seraphim Scales. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, no, they're just bringing this back. Because they're trying to get deeper in their deck. They can also just attack with Pridemate and force a trade. Well, I think I'm low enough that I just have to block, unfortunately. I did work hard for this Hellkite, but alas. Alright, well, you do the same thing with Ilhark now. But they've got Death Touch on the Mire Triton. Not so good. Alright, whatever. Going in. Has to deal damage to a player Planeswalker. Okay, so let's just deal Soren. We're not making a sizable dent on their 42 life here. I don't believe. This has trample. So I can get rid of this airstrike and draw one card. And get it back with Bag of Holding.
Worse than you.
Oh shoot! I stacked that wrong. Okay, well, we'll discard this. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Take action. Draw and discard here. Alright, well. Our opponent doesn't have a ton in play right now. Though all that can change very quickly. They can definitely bring something back here. Ooh. Well, I guess that's going under the Bag of Holding, but they were hovering over the Bag of Holding as if they might have an answer for it. They can minus to get back Rankle. That means that the Soren's off the table, so that's at least a little bit of a small victory.
We all make sacrifices.
No, just getting back the Johnny's Pride Mate, attacking in. Okay. Feel like we're still kind of in it somehow. Judging by how the game was, it looked a few turns ago, I feel like that shouldn't be possible. Okay, so if I activate this, it's not the best. Right? If I just draw and discard, I have 7, 8 mana. Discard this, play Ilharg, attack Soren. With both. Alright. Again, if my opponent just has an instant speed removal spell here, I'm in a lot of trouble. Or if they decide to bring back Rankle at any point for any reason. Well, that's pretty good. I'm kind of surprised they didn't want to hit Purphoros, but, you know. Alright. I think we have to draw the 3 cards off the... Yeah, sure, I guess having a 6/6 that comes back every so often when my opponent has creatures on the ground that are smaller than a 6/6 is somewhat useful. Oh, shoot, I could be gaining life. I forgot that this does that. See, I've never had Altar of the Pantheon in play with a god. I've only had it in Limited.
I abhor my God.
8. Yeah, go down to 1. I don't think I can assemble 47 damage. Even in a best case scenario. Yep. Fire's Invention. That's a cool one, but it's not going to help here. Alright, good game. Didn't get there, let's try again. I think this deck really works on the strength of its opening hands, so each new game is like another lease at life. Let's get into the next one. Alright, against Imara. This hand looks really bad. We've got a lot of expensive stuff and a Torbran with only 1 red source. So we're going to go ahead and mulligan this one. If we can shut down Imara early, maybe we've got a shot, but I have to imagine that just a cheap commander that plays to the board early, we can fall behind really easily, especially since we're probably going to spend turn 5 playing Purphoros. Okay, Flame Steep is good. Can pick some stuff up. My opponent goes Imara into a bunch of other things, I guess. You're Precinct 1, you got it. I'm just gonna play this all... what's the word? Inconspicuously. Alright. Let's draw and discard. Probably gonna get rid of this Field of the Dead. Or, sorry, Field of Ruin. Well, do another mountain. I don't think I need all these red mana sources. I'll just discard the mountain then. It's going to be picked up by the Bag of Holding. So I think the big issue with Bag of Holding is that the format is just like so tempo-based that you can't afford to hang out and activate this a bunch of times. Like, that 2 mana really matters. Well, they saved Imara. That's scary. At least they didn't hit me for, additional 3 with that. I guess I could have done it on my opponent's turn, but that seems wrong. Giant Killer. Wow, that Giant Killer is actually insane against my deck. Okay, well. I I probably should have played the Mobilized Distributor. I'm gonna play this. Now I need to get rid of that Giant Killer. Because, well, it can just tap out the creatures I'm investing so heavily in. Bronze-Hide Lion, so it's just a 3/3, alright. Angelic Gift. So I'm probably doing nothing this next turn, because I'm playing Mirror March, I guess. Like, I could play Purphoros, but I don't think that amounts to a whole ton. I'm gonna play Mirror March. And I guess I activate Altar and hope that I draw into a creature that can block. They're probably going to take down the Mirror March. Alright. Sitting here at, you know, like, 2 devotion. Opponent's going to attack for 7, most likely. Alright. Do we die in the next turn? Probably, right? 4, 7... 10, 14, 18, 19. Okay, well, actually, Lava Coil keeps us alive. Alright, I'm going to make the line of play that tries to keep us alive. Oh, is this a pump spell? Yeah, we had... Okay. I guess we could draw Storm's Wrath. That does 4 to everything. We would be at 3 life. 4 life. So we need to draw exactly Storm's Wrath. If we don't draw it, yeah, Bag of Holding. Draw and discard. That is a nope, and we are dead. All right, let's go on to the next one. See if we can get the OTK on the next one. I think this is going to be a theme of tonight's video. Tulane Teller of Tales. All right, this is about as good as our hands get. I would be happy to go Altar into Purphoros, into Cavalier, attack with both. That would be a good sequence. Can even play a Lava Coil at some point in the middle there. What is Tulane? Tulane's a 2/4, both Lava Coil and Slaying Fire answer it, and if, you know, Tulane decks, they really need to keep Tulane in play for a turn in order to really get going. Alright, here we go. This is going to be the one game in today's video that we actually win. That's what I mean when I say the one. We also need to hit another land so that we can play something on 5 on time. Right, there's a land. Deal. Because of Slaying Fire, I probably want to play it like this. So they still can't play Tulane. Let's see what they play. Thrashing Brontodon. I think you just go after the Altar of the Pantheon, honestly. Here's Purphoros. Yeah, I would have had a really... I guess the turn wouldn't have been that bad because I could, like, Scorching Dragonfire the Paradise Druid if they did that before I got to play that. I don't know. Alright, here's Tulane. Arcane Signet. I really would like to play this Arcane Signet, but I'd also like to just kill both of their creatures. And I think I'm just going to do that. If I draw a land naturally, then I get to play Cavalier and attack for... Wait, no I don't. I would only have 4 devotion. Okay, so then I get to just play Cavalier. I can activate the Bag of Holding or something. Incubation Druid. Weaken Druid. Alright. I'm going to hold the Slaying Fire for Tulane. Let's play Cav. I can also discard it to Bag of Holding, but I think it's so important to have Slaying Fire on time that I'm just going to discard this Arcane Signet. And yeah, I guess I can attack too. Why not? They probably need to play Tulane on the next turn and we Slaying Fire them. That's a bit unfortunate because while I feel like we're in a pretty good spot in this game and we may win, it's not because of anything our deck really did specific to our deck. It's just because we had answers for Tulane a bunch of times. Alright, so I think... How much mana do I have? 5. Yeah, I'm just gonna start activating this Bag of Holding. Field of the Dead. Or Field of Ruin, not Field of the Dead. Yeah, I don't think I need this mountain. Let's choose red. Great Henge, I see. So they're going to Great Henge and Tulane, which makes it a 5/5. Oh, they played Shifting Ceratops instead. Okay, that's a thing, I suppose. Well, the Great Henge is a problem, because one, it gains them life, puts them out of range of being killed, and two, it means that Tulane enters as a 4/5, or sorry, as a 3/5, which is not something I can deal with. How much damage are we looking at here? They give this +3. They actually do have 15, so I need to make sure I don't die to a counterattack. Although I can Slaying Fire the Incubation Druid, it just seems like there are a few ways that I can deal with that. Alright, let's tap this one and this one. To draw and discard. None of the cards under here are any exciting at all. Okay, discard that. Do I want to activate Cryptic Caves? I think I want to activate Cryptic Caves at the end of turn, and I want to have Mobilized District available. Yeah, alright. We've had a lot of Purphoros not being a creature, which I'm not too surprised by, honestly. Okay, so they get to draw a card. That's really bad for us, but there's not much I can do either. Alright, so they're attacking with those. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice the Cryptic Caves. Why would you tap like that? Why don't you just tap like this? So I have red mana up. Ugin. Okay, well, I'm definitely blocking. Suppose Shifting Ceratops. We can Ugin down Tulane. Fine. Still have mana up for Incubation Druid. Oh yeah, take one. We're at 8. Our opponent is at 22. Okay. Purphoros' Intervention. So if I play that for 3, I can kill something. It's about the same as playing Ugin, right? 1, 2, 3. I guess if I activate the Bag of Holding, maybe I'm just supposed to... Man, I can't let them have Tulane, though. 1, 2, 3. Kill the Incubation Druid on the... when they try to... Okay. I think that's all I'm going to do. 3. Oh, I have to tap 4 for this. Okay. Does not seem like I can win this. I need some sorcery to happen with Purphoros. Like, I need to hit it. Oh, shoot, I was supposed to Slaying Fire that. Okay, well, I'm definitely not winning now. But I think I would have needed to hit, like, an Ox of Agonis into just double huge creature in order to win. Alright. Let's try it again. Oh, mono red, man. Niv Mizzet Reborn. Alright, here we go. The Shock and the Scorching Dragonfire are pretty embarrassing here. Although, like, some Niv-Mizzet decks play just, like, mana ramp to get going a little faster. I don't think it's great with Niv-Mizzet, but some do it. I think this hand's actually okay. We definitely need to draw something big, but if we go Bag of Holding and they don't play anything, we can cycle out one of these cards, and we definitely want to have the Mana Geode on turn 3, or a similar effect. There's a Bag of Holding. Are you going to play a Mana Dork? Apparently not. Although sometimes they play Fairy or Elder, and getting that with Scorching Dragonfire would be pretty nice. Sugan not having any red mana symbols has proven to be little unspectacular. We can discard the lands later, I think. Alright, so let's find some action. That is not action. I wonder if they're debating, like, this is the mana for Assassin's Trophy. It's definitely not worth playing on one of these two. Ramping us would be exactly what we want. Alright, we're going to get to turn 5 before our opponent, I guess. Which means that we get to play Purphoros with nothing to either turn it on or to put into play with it. I guess both those things are the same. Brazenbrower, you got it. Deal. I'm happy they hit that and not the Mana Geode. Very happy. Alright, Purphoros online. Now my opponent is probably, if they have an untapped land, ooh, they only have tapped land. Well, if they play something that's kind of inconsequential here, we get to play Ugin, which is a nice one. Fabro Elder, that just dies to shock. Jeez. I just have blow up. I hate using Ugin's minus on Fabro Elder, but I think it's worth it because that is 2 potentially 7 mana. They have every color, right? Yeah. If I just play the shock, what am I doing? I'm just like activating Meteor Golem post-combat? That doesn't seem very good. So we're going to play Ugin. Minus here. Destroy the Fabro Elder. Submit. We get to play a Bag of Holding for free. That's kind of cool, I suppose. They're probably going to play Niv-Mizzet. We have the Meteor Golem, which we can play and attack with. We don't even need to cheat it in with Purphoros. Yep, there's Niv-Mizzet. There's a lot of cards for my opponent. We just have to rely on outpacing our opponent here. This is not one that I expected. Dreadhorde Butcher. Alright, let's see what the top card is first. That's a good one. I wouldn't mind drawing that one down the line. Let's play this. And we'll just activate oh, cool. And you know what? I can attack with the Manifest, too. Or it's a spirit, but it's essentially a Manifest. Attack. Boom. Okay, okay. How do you like me now? If we sense weakness, we can shock our opponent or something. We can go to the face with Slang Fire, and then shock, drop them to 14. If we think we can do the rest of the damage. I don't think so. I mean, my devotion is just 1. This is basically just giving Ugin's tokens haste here. Alright, what you got? 6 mana. I've got a lot of mana and a board full of problematic permanents. All of 5 power on the board. 2 useless removal spells in hand. Growth Spiral. Okay, okay. I don't have to worry about Settle the Wreckage or anything. Alright, Paying Life. Time Wipe. You got it. Okay, so 5 plus. Is there any reason I should do this? No, I should definitely just activate Bag of Holding here. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of the shock. Because I do want to continue hitting land drops.
Secrets manifest.
Alright, so I can play this. Get a +1/+1 counter. It has haste already. Attack for 7. Yes! We won one! We didn't really get to do anything too cool with Purphoros, but hey, I'll take the victory at this point. Any way it comes. Alright, let's see if we can win and do something sweet with Purphoros. But you know what? I would take losing and doing something sweet with Purphoros. So let's just try to do something sweet with Purphoros on the next one. Alright, this is exciting. We get to play Purphoros against Ilharg. Alright, I'll go ahead and keep this one. We're probably just discarding this Mirror March. So this is the current, like the new sneak attack versus the old sneak attack. And it's really hard for this deck to remove Ilharg, so my opponent going first, that might just be the game right there. Ooh, but we have Mana Geode. So I think what we need to do is we need to get Purphoros down. Ooh. We need to get Purphoros down. I'm just going to discard this Mirror March. You know, the shock probably. But, like, if I draw a Slaying Fire or a something else that does 4 damage, I'm going to really want this shock. Yeah, I think that this is just going to come down to the one shot. This is just going to come down to who can assemble the combo faster. And right now, that's us. Because we got this Mana Geode. On the next turn, we got Purphoros. And on the turn after that... ooh, that's actually pretty cool. As far as lands go, that's really good. Sure, and we're going to try to hit him with Dragon Mage next turn anyway. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to play Purphoros on the next turn. On the following turn, Terror of Mount Valus, Dragon Mage, attack for roughly 1 million. Roughly. And we both discard our hands. Yeah, let's just play the Labyrinth, because we're probably going to discard our hands soon, or at least if everything goes according to plan. Alright, is this going to happen? Our opponent plays Ilharg. They're going to have to chump block with Ilharg. Oh, they can give it haste. 9? Ooh. But that means the path is clear. Oh man, what are they bringing? Nothing? We get to do it? Oh my goodness, we get to do the thing! I'm so excited. Okay, activate Purphoros. Do I have enough mana symbols? I sure do. Dragon Mage, get in there. Activate Purphoros. Terror of Mount Velas. Click the orange button. Oh shoot, we have to go through this trigger first. Boom. 34 damage. On turn 5. It's hard to beat a deck that does 34 damage to you on turn 5 through no interaction. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see if we can pull it off again before we run out of time on this video. Alright, Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord again, and we've got Flame Sweep, which tends to be good against these types of decks. Turin seems like it's not bad either. 3 mana, would definitely not mind a Mana Rock. Ooh, opponent's going untapped land. I'll see you to Life's Bounty. Okay. So we're probably going to have to pick that one off with Omen to the Forge and then go for the sweep. Ooh, that's pretty good. Alright, look. I love Drakaseth, but it's not going to do anything for a long time, and that means that I want to get rid of it for now. I think the opportunity cost for doing this now is pretty low. Our opponent can just bring it back. Oh shoot, they're going to make me exile again? Well, that's a bummer. This bag of holding is not looking spectacular here. If I sweep, my opponent is just going to do that again. So that doesn't seem great. I'm hoping they just play like Soren and get back to Alciad or something, so that I guess I sweep and kill these, then they get back to Friend Lurker. It's not great for me. Okay, looks like they don't have a third land though. Alright, so I can't play Altar and sweep, so I just play the sweep here. If they have a fourth land, it's pretty bad for us. Getting back the Fenlurker, just absolutely destroying our hand. They don't, okay. So it's 5 mana. Going for Purphoros is like not bad here. If they can't deal with it, we have Ilhar to just attack down Soren. It has haste, of course. Or can get haste. D-Spark. Exiled. Alright. Command zone we go. The fact that they're exiling my hand instead of making me discard is making this bag of holding really, really sad. But I mean, if we're in a prolonged game, then maybe we get some action out of this bag of holding. Who knows? Alright, so let's see. Mortify. Okay. It's unfortunate for sure. I'm gonna keep it close. Keep it safe. That's how the saying goes, right? Alright, altar into the bag of holding. This is 7, right? Alright, let's play Purphoros. So empty board. We've got our Purphoros on the board, although we only have 2 devotion. Torrent is going to start assembling their board again, but I get to. I mean, this area list is going to be pretty big. I do get to play Ilharg and attack. Like I can cycle with Bag of Holding, and then Ilharg is underneath this card, right? Yeah, so I can attack Soren there. It's not bad. This is huge, though. They can just replay Soren on the next turn, though. Get back Charming Prince or something. Yeah, this is they stay too high for me to be able to pressure their life total, and then yeah, I just can't beat them. If I just don't have an answer for Bloodthirsty Aerialist. It's too big and it flies, so I can't block it. I suppose if I draw like Dragon Mage or something, I could potentially draw a lot of cards and draw into some way of answering it, but then my opponent also has 7 cards, so I think we're just kind of dobs. Although, what happens if I draw the Terror? The Terror does a lot of damage. Truly large amount of damage. I think they should have just gained life there, honestly. It doesn't really matter. It just means that they have to chump block. Oh wait, no, not even, because they're at 33. Chandra. Ooh. Well, Chandra can't kill this. I do have the Labyrinth. So what if I go... They have to not have a way of... Geez, I forget if they kept on top or not. But if they have no way of buffing their power, or gain life, which is buffing their power, I can Chandra sweep, attack down Soren, and hit them with Purphoros. I think that's really going to be the best I can get here.
Ever see a volcano erupt in person? You're about to. Everyone knows the bigger explosions are more fun.
Right. Okay, so they just need to not touch my board at all, and I can just labyrinth their aerialist the entire rest of the game. Yeah, they're one off from being able to play Soren. Okay, deal. Now they can play it. Alright, but I'm out. One. Oh, but if they draw land, they get to Soren me. So either they draw action or they draw land. Okay, so that's not a great spot to be in, admittedly. Yeah, I'll just... If I sacrifice the Bag of Holding, I'm dead, right? Ah, Meteor Golem's an interesting one. Okay, here's the line. I'm gonna attack with Ilhard. This feels smart. This feels like a big brain play. Attack with Ilhard, put in the Meteor Golem. I'm gonna hit their Arcane Signet. Why am I hitting their Arcane Signet? Well, because that way they can't get to Soren. I have no way of gaining life. If that Soren comes into play, I die. They attack with both. If they attack with one, I can just Labyrinth it. No big deal. If they attack with both, I can put in Meteor Golem, block the Murderous Rider, and kill the Bloodthirster Aerialist. Whew! Just like we drew it up. I mean, look, this game isn't over. I'm still at 1. But that worked pretty well. It means that I don't get to keep on looping the... I wasn't going to be able to keep on looping the Meteor Golem through the Ilharg, because that's one of the good points about using Ilharg, is that you get to rebuy the enters the battlefield effects, but... Oh, man. I guess they were at 15, but, like, I wasn't necessarily going to be able to attack with Purphoros. Oh, wait. If they just had a land, if they had nothing there, I guess I could sacrifice and then play the... Sacrifice the Bag of Holding and then play the Altar in order to get the 5th Devotion. Okay, that was cool. That was cool. Let's do it again. All right, if we somehow get to a even record with this deck, or even a winning record, imagine that. I am very impressed. They said it couldn't be done, where they was me. Oh, jeez. Gilded Use? Okay, let's find an answer for that, shall we? Alright, I'm not going to say no to Fires. Fires does some cool stuff with Purphoros. This is the first time we've drawn Fires. But if our opponent gets to play one turn ahead of us, that's pretty good. I would take one of the 4s. Like, they can win the long game against us easy. Alright. I wasn't thinking that Mirror March was ever going to see the light of day with this hand. They win the long game easy. It's about if I can go, like, Fires of Invention into Neheb, into Purphoros, into Hellkite, and attack with everything. That's, like, the only way I can win this game. Alright, well, our opponent's holding up mana, so you know they have a counterspell, so... Go ahead, counter the Fires of Invention. That was not expected. I'll cast with the alternate cost. Okay. Is this just getting killed? Maybe Assassin's Trophy? Mortify? Alright. Fair is fair. Our opponent had to use up a mana for that. I don't know, like... They need to hit that 5th land, don't they? Just have a Rampage for Neheb? Alright. Okay. So basically what they're telling me is that they can guarantee that Niv Mizzet is coming down on the next turn. How can I best prepare for that? Well, I think I just play Purphoros, really. Like, I can kill this. can't really answer a 6/6, right? If I play Purphoros, they play a 6/6, I'm dead. If I can hold it off for a turn... Look. I think this is our only chance at victory. Do I love it? No, I don't love it. Like, if they play untapped land here into Nim Mizzet, we're dead. There's no two ways about it. We can't answer a 6/6. We've got no pressure on board. That's a tapped land. That is a tapped land. Have a flame. So here's the thing. If I play Skargan Hellkite, and then I use the next turn to kill the Legion Caryatid, does that do anything? Kind of leaning toward no. Purphoros it is. So Purphoros, and then we'll play Cavalier Flame and attack on the next turn. We'll have 2 attackers into their 7/6 Tyrant. They're probably going to trade, but I mean they're drawing like 4+ cards here. It can't be good for. Although they've played 2 multicolored cards already. The Devil, Manleaf Pixie, D-Spark. These are all very good against us. Well, they drew 5 cards. Alright. Godpharaoh statue. I mean, look, that slows them down a little bit, but does it really accomplish anything? You know, I think there comes a time in everyone's life when they just need to go for it. If we hit Terror, we win. I think. I didn't do the math. Have a flame. Discard everything. Because this is not doing anything, right? If I just put this in, it's not accomplishing anything. So we're definitely getting rid of this. I think attacking for 5 is just meaningless here. Alright, Terror, Terror, Terror. Ugin. Look, Ugin's great and all, but it's not great enough. I'm just gonna D-Spark. Do we have any shot of killing them for 15? I'm gonna go for, I'm gonna say no. It resolves. Take 0, taste it. If this is Terror, I'm gonna be so sad. Shock. Shock actually, I probably should have kept the Shock on top, because shocking the Caryatid and then playing Ugin is actually like a reasonable line. But I think this game is out of reach now. So if I had drawn the Double Strike Dragon, yeah, I mean that would have been it. Like, they block the 7/6 Purphoros, but then they take 22 from the Dragon and the Cavalier. I did 2 in like 40 shot, so like 1 in 20. Literally would have to roll a crit. So their plan just play Uro. Not a bad plan. Get some lands down. Draw some cards, gain a lot of life. All those things are important. Attack? What? What is this? Come on. There has to be a better way to spend that 2 mana. Alright, whatever. Okay, I think we've got time for one more. So let's see if we can do something sweet in that one, shall we? Alright, Nicol Bolas. Wow, this hand is garbage. Yeah, I'm going mulligan. I assume that they're not playing aggro Nicol Bolas. I think I keep this. I don't want to go down a card. Especially with Nicol Bolas' +1 being what it is. But the bright side is that Nicol Bolas might have a difficult time dealing with an actual god. Like, this doesn't destroy target creature. It's just that we're going to be really slow getting there. Caress. Oh, I could have shocked in response. I'm foolish. I was like, yeah, they can take my shock. If this game hinges on 2 damage, well, I played myself. Nothing else to it. I'm probably most likely just getting countered out of the gate. I think that's more likely. Oh, jeez. So what you're saying is that that shock was actually important. Well, us not doing anything is not the best. So I play Purphoros. It's not going to resolve, I don't think. I think they're just going to counter it, and they're going to play Nicol Bolas and +1, and then we don't have any haste threats in order to deal with it. And this all seems really bad for me. The good news is that all the cards in my deck are garbage, and they're also garbage against my deck, so that's cool. Ooh, survived. Well, that is awfully generous. Come on, just play Nicol Bolas. You know you want to play Nicol Bolas. Just tap out for some Planeswalker. Nicol Bolas decks, they love Planeswalkers, right? Ox of Agonis in the graveyard is kind of interesting, too. Just tap out for something. Nothing bad is going to happen. Just tap out for something. It will be okay. It's going to be fine. Land Nicol Bolas plus. Land Nicol Bolas minus, even. Alright, does our opponent have an instant speed removal spell? Because they're going to want one. Alright, activate ability. They definitely do. Chasm Flame. Let's discard 2 cards. Activate ability. The other thing they could do is they could exile Purphoros, and then I just lose my board, and I don't get anything from it. Go to combat. Alright. Could be worse. I do lose my Cavalier Flame, unfortunately. But hey, I'm satisfied with that. if they could have bounced Purphoros, that would have been way worse for me. Alright, just tap out for Nicol Bolas here. Nothing bad's going to happen. We also have this Reckless Airstrike that we wouldn't mind using on this Thief of Sandy. Our opponent has 3 cards of ours. I don't know if those are that useful. If their best play was Brazen Borrower, maybe we can get them. Like, just keep on sending stuff at them. I guess the Dragon Mage doesn't actually have any sort of trample, so that's kind of unfortunate. Ox of Agonis only costs 2. Just tap out for Ugin. Nothing bad's gonna happen. Tap out for Ugin. Please tap out for Ugin. Bolas' Citadel. Well. Awesome, perfect. Activate ability. I will put in this one. +1/+1 counter. Activate ability. I will put in this one. Let's tap with everything, shall we? Let's put in this one. And that is 20 plus damage, my friend. And there we go! Perfect way to end the video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. There were a lot of things that could have gone wrong in that game that just magically didn't, and then we got to do cool things. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. We got to get the OTK twice, and we had that game where we got the sick play with the Meteor Golem. I am satisfied with this video, and I hope you are too. If you are, hit that subscribe button and like the video, and also be sure to follow me on Twitter where you can see all my updates. And if you are so inclined, if you want to find a place to chat about Brawl, you can join the Discord, which is in the description. And of course, as always, all the deck lists are always in the description. Thanks for watching me. This is day 6 of 7 of making a YouTube video every day. We'll be back tomorrow with something Awesome. We'll have to figure out a way to top this, so it's going to be difficult. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.